The book is a very practical use of business techniques. It covers finance, it covers marketing, covers every element of a business school, except it doesn't delve into a lot of theory.
We want to talk about what was really useful for helping your team win today and helping your career grow today. And so this is the real life MBA. You need your MBA? Here it is.
All right, folks, and there they are, Jack and Suzy Welch, the co-authors of, well, the book is called The Real Life MBA, the no-nonsense guide to winning the game, building a team, and growing your career. There it is, and we welcome in Suzy Welch. Hello.
Hi there.
Good to talk to you.
Thank you for having me.
All right, well, so you and your husband wrote quite a successful book about a decade ago, Winning. And since then, you developed your own online MBA program, which if we have time, I'd like to get to. But boy, I mean, this book, I think it's important because, you know, I mean, how do you keep up? How do you keep up with the changes? I mean, 10 years ago when you wrote Winning, I would imagine you would admit that the business world has changed even drastically in that decade.
It is amazing how much business has changed in the past 10 years. I mean, everything has changed. It's faster, it's more global, there's this whole new parallel universe of social media, which has changed everything. There's new technologies, and it's just, frankly, it's harder. And on top of that, we experienced the Great Recession of 2008, which changed a lot of people's mindsets about what work was and what people should do with their careers and their lives. And so it's a brave new world. And during that 10-year period, we were in the middle of it. We were traveling around the world. We did a calculation. We talked about 1 million people. Jack managed about 25 to 30 private equity companies, so he was in the thick of it, managing companies while this was going on, and we learned some stuff.
Now to our side,
and
where
we just thought, okay, it's been 10 years.
Let's go boldly.
Let's codify it and put it in a book.
And what do you think is the most important change? I mean, I would imagine it centers around technology one way or another, either for the good or for the bad, or maybe a little of both.
Well, technology, give it, and technology take it away. I mean, technology has made business so much better, and it's made life so much harder. And so the biggest change is just the increased speed and intensity of business. I mean, business has always been hard and challenging, and it's filled with paradoxes. And I mean, if it was easy, we wouldn't be paid for it, right? But now it's just that on steroids. And we watched our own kids who are all entering the workforce just juggling swords, and people need just a sense of guidance about what are the principles that work, what are the practices that work.
What would you advise young people starting out looking to build a career? What areas would you advise them to go into these days?
I'm so glad you asked that question, because it allows me to talk about one of the concepts we love the most in the book. And in fact, now that the book tour has started, one of the concepts that is actually grabbing the most attention, and it's called area of destiny. And we actually don't believe in saying to people, go into nanotechnology or go into this field or that field, because we only think you should go into the field we call area of destiny, as I said. So just sort of quickly, imagine your life is 2 superhighways. You or any young person, or any person who's 65 years old, right? Just think about your life as 2 superhighways. And on one of those superhighways are the things that you are uniquely good at, better than most people at, okay? Everybody has a gift. What is your uniquely, and on the other, it's what you love doing. And when you intersect those, you create this piece of territory called your area of destiny, and that is where you should build your career. Not a job, not an industry, not a major that you picked in college arbitrarily, because that's how it mainly happens, but your area of destiny, your strength and passion. That's interesting. Yeah, I mean, I asked you that mostly out of, I have a 15-year-old son who in a few years has to start thinking about college, and so I was wondering, and that's a great, actually, explanation. And the book, folks, very much full of those kinds of guidances, and couldn't get it from any bigger experts than Jack and Suzy Welch, that's for sure. Again, the book, The Real Life MBA. Suzy, good luck with it, and thank you for stopping by. Thank you so much for having me.
It's my pleasure. All right, folks, we are coming back with Gimme 5. It's Friday, so don't miss it. Coming up next, right here on the Steve Malzberg Show.